Good day. Welcome to the second segment of our class with the topic The Power of Apology. The power of apology. We want to talk about the roles of offense. Friends, do you know that apology wouldn't have been necessary if there is no offense? But offense is inevitable. As long as you are a human, as long as we live in this world, as long as God has given us brain to meditate, to think, to react, to respond, you and I are prone to offend one another. Husband against wife, wife against husband, children against parents, colleagues, friends. In terms of interactions, we are prone to offend one another in our deeds, in our thoughts, in our actions, in our viewing, in our countenance. Offense must come. But the very good aspect of offense is this: it engenders reasons for you to apologize or not to apologize. It depends on your temperament, on your personality. If you carry the power of apology, whenever an offense comes, as Zeus, you can quickly checkmate it, arrest it by simple words. I am sorry. I am wrong. Forgive me. Pardon my mistake. I have seen my mistake. Those little things, little words that we do not value as being important can checkmate that offense from becoming blossoming, from graduating to the level of wrath, to the level of anger, wrath, vengeance, and eventually damage against one another. The power of apology can help you to tame the spirit of anger, the spirit of offense. You are saying, how come offense is so important? It is important because God has given you brain to reason. Even animals, they offend one another. And before you know it, they start playing again. People of God, my friends, this power of apology is a weapon by which you can destroy offense. And every offense starts small, especially with the seed of arguments. If you are giving to the spirit of arguments, watch it. Be careful. That argument can lead to anger, to conflict, to frustration, even to physical combat. That argument can lead to destruction. Let me talk to you, football fans. Do you know that club that you belong, the little argument that ensues when you are watching the game can lead to destruction, can lead to untimely death? You must have had different effects of how people engage in conflict. They engage in frustration. They engage in combat because the offense started with little arguments. If you are prone to too much arguments, by this counsel, by this advice, I want you to check yourself, appraise yourself, examine yourself, and withdraw. And apply the power and the principle of silence. When argument is getting heated, you can curb it by keeping mute, by keeping silence between husband and wife, between parents and children. When arguments are so heated up, are so, frequent, you can curb it so that that offense will not escalate. Because if it escalates, it can lead to conflict, serious conflict, and serious aftermath effects, which can lead to death, can lead to imprisonment, can lead to murder, can lead to different evil vices. But you can tame it and curb it by presenting and applying power of apology. So, furthermore, about this, the role of offense. Do you know that every man has the tendency to say, I am sorry? But there is something that always keep you away from uttering that statement. That is pride. And that pride brings about stubbornness, stubborn acts. If you are proud, you are prone to become stubborn, because a proud person will believe that his own point of view is the best. And if you are trying to prove to that person that no, try to consider so view, the person, because of the nature of pride, the person will never see any good thing about your own point of view. And therefore, the person will never take to your correction. And an incorrectible person is prone to engage in heated arguments because the person will be trying to prove his points. And let me tell you, there's no man that is a cosmopolitan of knowledge. You cannot know it all. You cannot know it all. Even in this day of, you know, technology, technology cannot know it all. It equally requires human efforts to complete the task. Therefore, when you are experiencing or you are manifesting spirit of stubbornness, try to check yourself. Bring yourself down to the level of becoming cool and gentle and apply sense of silence. Silence does not tell you that you don't know what to say, but it's telling you that you are prone to something that we call the power of offense. Therefore, you need to keep your body in check, your temperament in check, your mindset. You need to work on your mindset. And I want you to understand something about offense again. Offense always gives names, it stigmatizes, it brings about an emblem that is evil. When you see somebody that is given to arguments, that person will always experience offenses of different kind at any time. Why? Because the person is stubborn in spirit, and the stubborn spirit will be destroyed. And I want you to bring down that spirit of pride, of stubbornness, so that you can overcome the seed and the role of offense in your relationship, in your operations, in your manifestations, in your social ecosystem. Even in wherever you find yourself, you can checkmate yourself if you are given to the spirit of argument. Another thing is this: for you to curb offense, you can work on your mouth. If you see somebody that talks too much, if you see somebody that's always having what I call mouth diarrhea, that person can talk to the level that argument will ensue. And when it happens, a simple word that can bring anger can be said to that person, and the person will feel offended. You can imagine the effects of what will happen. Work on yourself. And also, I want us to say something that the need for apology happens because there is conflict of interest. Your interest is different from my interest. Your interest is on a different perspective of life. And when there is conflict of interest, maybe in your place of work, over the project, over an idea, in your family, husband and wife, you know what? Your marriage experiences conflict simply because of differences in your perspectives. That is what is called marriage, the blending together of the differences of two parties in order to have a peaceful coexistence. You are born by different parents, trained by different backgrounds, educated differently, reason differently. There is no identical twins in life. Do you know that twins that facially they are identical, their reasoning faculty might not be identical. Their reasoning meditation cannot be identical. Therefore, that difference is inevitable. And when it happens, you need to understand that now these differences can lead to argument, can lead to conflict of interest. And when that happens, offense may ensue. And when the offense comes in between the two of you, you should understand the steps to take. That, okay, one must take the step of apology, apply the power of apology. You might say that, but counselor, you don't know the degree of his offense. Do you know that you too, you don't know the degree of the offense you have made and committed against your maker, against God, in your faith, through your belief, through your spirit of doubt, through your spirit of unbelief? Do you know that you cannot quantify the degree of your offense against the King of Glory, against your maker, the Creator? And I want you to understand it, that apology is a weapon, is a power in your hand to ensure long-lasting peace, as I said in the first class. And I want you to understand this, that when a proud man exhibits the seed of stubbornness, that man is working towards toxic relationship that is negative, relationship that will bring and manifest argument all the time, relationship that will be devoid of peaceful coexistence, relationship that will not experience the presence of God for good development and good life. Relationship that is toxic is the one that will be denying of joy and happiness all the time. You may be rich, you may be wealthy, but when your relationship is toxic, happiness has gone, joy has gone. Your mind will be so frustrated, will be so confused that you won't even know the right decision and the right methodology to lead your relationship into a better place. Therefore, you need to imbibe the spirit of silence, of gentility, of humility, of apology, and that will help you. And secondly, another thing about this topic we are talking about, the power of apology, is that anyone that exhibits the spirit of apology is somebody that can forgive offenses. Oh yes, that can forgive offenses irrespective of the degree or the level of that offense. When you know that the power of apology is at work in you, you are somebody that forgives easily. You are somebody that they will beg, they will apologize to, and the offense will be over. You are somebody that when you say it is over, it is over. You are someone that will not harbor evil thoughts, having apologized to you. You are someone that embraces life as it comes. You free your mind. You are someone that believes that life is ephemeral, is for a short time. You are somebody that believes that without God, there is nothing you can achieve. You are somebody that believes in the dignity of others. So if the power of apology is at work in you, I congratulate you. You are someone that forgives. And someone that forgives will be loved by God. Someone that forgives will be cherished by man. And someone that forgives will enjoy a peaceful life. I want you to take note of that. Another thing about this is that irrespective of your positions, irrespective of your achievement, irrespective of whatever you do in life to have attained that level of success, you need to understand something, that apology is not a weakness. Apology is a sign of maturity. Don't say that, no, 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 no. At my caliber, at my level, in my position, how can I go and apologize? With the degree of his or her offense, how can I apologize? Listen to me. By the fact that you apologize, you are showing the dexterity of maturity in you, the level at which you are more mature than the person that has offended you. You are displaying the attitude and the character that you know, and you carry greater wisdom than the person that offends you. So apology is not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of shame. It's not a sign of immaturity. It's a sign of maturity. It's a sign of boldness. It's a sign of courage. It's a sign of good nature, good character, and godly virtue. You can embrace it. You can start practicing it. And I want you to know that there is no man on earth that can exist alone without conflict of interest, without offending one another. You that you are watching, do you know that you offend somebody and somebody offends you? Why are you adamant that no, you cannot apologize to that person? Because the person is lower to you, is junior to you? No, you have the grace because God has given you that breath that you are breathing right now. That oxygen you are breathing in and that carbon dioxide that you are breathing out comes and operates in you because God is merciful to you. Go and check it. If the medical should quantify the amount and the cost of oxygen that you need, if it's to be bought, do you know that your riches and wealth will not be able to sustain you long? Therefore, see another person as a value, as God has seen them, as God has seen you, as God has seen each one of us. And I want you to embrace it. Now, another thing I want us to discuss has to do with the reason why there is lack of apology. Why is it that some people find it difficult? And what does lack of apology leads to? Number one, I say it severally. Number one, it leads to toxic relationship. Toxic relationship simply means relationship that is not giving joy, that is not giving happiness, that is not giving peace, that is not smooth, that is always negative. And that can happen between couples, between friends, between siblings. And when you have toxic relationship, because of lack of apology, simple lack of apology. Apology like, I am sorry, my friend. Forgive me. Pardon me. I realize my mistake. I am wrong. the lack of those statements can lead to frustrated life, can lead to lack of peace in your relationship, in your social existence. In that level, or at that level, do you know that life can become brutish and short? Why? Because wherever there is serious offense and lack of apology in a man, you can never think right. You think of evil against your offender. You think of damage against your offender. Even when there is good thing that is coming, do you know that you can stop it because of that simple seed of offense? And listen to me. Do you know that when you begin to manifest lack of apology, it can equally lead to short relationship? That is why you see some people in a short while, you leave that job, you leave that marriage, you divorce, you say nobody can be your friend, only you. Listen to me. Your weakness can ruin you. If you see yourself as the best, you are incorrectible, you are proud, you are someone that is working towards destruction. I pray you will not be destroyed. You need to checkmate yourself. You need to work on yourself. You need to understand that people in this world, you need them. Every relationship you find yourself, you need them. Every friend you keep, you only need wisdom to deal with each other. Another causal effect of lack of apology is that separation is inevitable. Separation. Somebody you know before, somebody you have been relating, when there is toxic relationship, you can get separated from one another. That's why you see all manner of separations in marriages, all manner of separations in business association, all manner of separations in your dealings with each other, because you refuse to say, I am sorry. You refuse to apologize to one another. So separation is looming when there is lack of apology. And listen to me, that person, that organization, that business, that job that you are separating from because of lack of apology can be the essence of your blessings in future, can be the reason why God bring that relationship together. And if you damage it, that is a damaged relationship. And separation will never bring a good news, a good blessing onto your life. Therefore, you can still correct it. You can still work on yourself. You can still build back that relationship. And do you know why? When there is lack of apology, malice is looming. You can begin to keep malice with one another because you'll be seeing that person as an offender against you. And when there is malice, evil spirit is at work. Because out of the heart of a man flows the issue of life. You begin to think negative and think evil against the offender. I want you to walk over that. I want you to begin to apply the spirit of apology. You can write the person right now. You can chat. You can send message. You can apply the wisdom for you to correct your relationship. And another thing is this: when there is lack of apology, there will be pain and agony, even in your heart. Because the person you have been good together, working together with, building better relationship together, suddenly an offense crops up and you separated. You will be feeling the pain. You know, to build relationship is not a joke. To build relationship is not something that you you can just take for levity. You need to build that relationship so that God will delight in you. God built relationship with humanity. He gave his only begotten son for him to claim us back, that whoever that believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. John chapter 3 verse 16. So that relationship that has cost you pain, that has cost you unfulfillment because of an offense and lack of apology, go back and build that relationship. Go and apologize. You say, oh, I can now apologize because of my level, because of my status. Listen to me. Your status, your level will not plead your cause before God if you die in that seat of sin, in that seat of offense. If you die, who will plead your case? I want you to go and apply this important power called apology. Go and say sorry. Send message. You say, if I do that, that person will think that I don't know what I'm doing. Do you know that you are the most mature person if you do that? Because the person is equally expecting to build back your relationship with you. Your husband, your wife, your friend, your colleagues, your boss, you, the boss. Do you know that your subordinates can help you tomorrow? Go back and build that relationship by saying, I am sorry. And I know God will help you. And so I round up this segment to move to the third segment. Please, I want you to connect back with me, write to me. I want to hear how important these things, these classes have been helpful. And I want you to talk to me about my mistake. You know, I'm prone to make mistake. I'm prone to make mistake because I'm human. That makes me human. I'm not perfect. I'm not an expert in this that you are hearing from me. Write to me, advise me, counsel me too. I want to hear from you how you have been blessed, how God has favored you with this word of advice from me. Till we meet in the third class, I remain myself, T. Lawrence. God bless you.